podcast. What's up YouTube? My name is Alexandra Teleki. You might also know me as the Hot Blend. I had a lot of requests to show how I grew out my natural nails long and healthy, how I maintain them, and if I could give some tips and tricks so you can do the same. This is how my natural nails look at the moment. But before we move on, I would like to introduce myself as this is my first long format YouTube video. I used to work a full-time job. I decided that I wanted to do this nail education. I was so keen to learn about the nail anatomy, the nail health, and how can I look after my own natural nails. And it grew into this passion. I actually decided to take on a course. I just wanted to dedicate as much time as possible to nails. It just made me really happy. Every single minute I could spare to do nails, I just wanted to do it. I worked after work and also the weekends. I managed to build up a small client base within that 3-month period prior to lockdown. I am so grateful for all my clients and friends that was willing to sit through 3 to 4 and sometimes 5 hours with art. I was very slow. But I was always looking forward to coming home and being able to practice and get better every day. I wanted to think positive because I knew that my timing wasn't great, but I just tried to concentrate on providing the best possible service I can provide. Once the lockdown happened, I was working from home and I wasn't really able to go out other than that 1-hour walk, if I'm correct. I think it was like 1 hour a day you were able to go out. It was a blessing and a curse as well because I never had that experience or guidance how to speed up your time. So I kind of learned how to do prep properly from the beginning. I did end up working on my own hands and practicing in lockdown so I can better myself and master my craft. I started posting my sets on Instagram because I wanted to market myself, but also I was really proud of my sets that I've done. I can show a sort of portfolio what I'm able to do. It was like a journal for my journey. I can look back on my progress, and I was getting a lot of support from other nail technicians, which was really encouraging, especially in lockdown. It was really good to have a connection with the industry. I never thought that social media will become a thing for me. I had a supportive community. I was able to talk to other nail technicians and they were so supportive through my progress. If I had a down day, they always encouraged me, which I always appreciated. I was able to quit my job and go in full-time with nails. I've been qualified in nail technology for almost 5 years now, which is crazy. Time does fly. There are nail technicians that have been in the industry for over 20 years, which is amazing and is so inspiring for me because I know I'm only beginning my journey, but I wanted to create this YouTube channel so I can have a more personal connection with you. When I started out, there wasn't much information online about education, what tools to buy, brands, anything really, how to begin. So I wanted to share with you what I have learned over the past 5 years, and even if it helps a single person, I will be happy with that. I'm not sure where this journey will take us, but I hope you stick around and we can build this platform together. So back to the video. Today I'm going to be talking about how I grew out my natural nails long and healthy, how do I maintain them, and what tips and tricks can I give you to do the same. Before you even begin your nail journey, you will need to make little changes and implement little habits in your daily routine. Just for reference, I'm going to put a picture up here so you can hopefully see it. Alright, as you were able to see, my nails looked horrendous. But not just the nails, actually the skin around it. I had some hardened skin around my middle finger on the right hand that was all really down to the direct contact with harsh chemicals. Which brings me to my first point: always wear gloves when working with chemicals. It's very important to wear gloves while working with chemicals when you're washing dishes or you cleaning the bathroom, washing up the floor, or simply just wiping down dust. Please wear gloves at all times. When chemicals and detergents have direct contact with the skin or nails, some of these chemicals can take naturally occurring oils from the skin. It can remove it, which can cause the skin and nails to become very dry, hardened, and the nails to be flaky and weak. Wearing gloves was one of my first habits that I tried to teach myself to do every day. I wanted to make it more fun for myself, and I purchased different gloves, like different color gloves for different parts of the house. So when I'm cleaning, I don't mix it up, and I definitely think that helped me, and I also left it in a very visible place. That was probably the first hand care routine that I started doing, and I definitely seen a really visible change in the appearance of the skin and also my nails. Prevention is better than cure. If you are working in an industry where you are exposed to a lot of hand sanitizers, soaps and detergents, you can see your hands get quite dry and it can crack, which could be quite painful. Which brings me to my second point. Try to apply cuticle oil, hand cream or even facial cream on your hands as often as you can. After you wash your hands, you can have a little cuticle oil in your bag or in your pocket, and you can rub it all over your cuticles and maybe put some cream on it as well, just to hydrate your hands so they don't crack, they don't dry out. I use the Essie on a roll apricot cuticle oil. I have one of these in every single one of my bags, and I try to put it in my jacket, so I always remember to apply it onto my cuticles. It has a little roll at the end that I really love. It's almost like giving a massage to your cuticles. I also quite like the Dior cuticle and nail serum. It is a really lovely product, and it also looks very appealing. It has a brush applicator, so it's just a slightly different way of applying the product onto your cuticles. So I'm trying to place them everywhere to serve as a reminder to oil my cuticles daily. There are multiple oils available. You don't necessarily have to use a cuticle oil. The products that I'm using in this video are some of my favorite ones, but it doesn't mean you have to get the same products. You can have a look around to find the ones that suit you the most. I will link everything down below so you can have a look. Earlier this year, I decided to trim my nails short. I kind of almost forgot how it felt to have short nails. I also noticed my nails were breaking a lot more. I used to have very weak, flaky and damaged nails, so it didn't really matter what enhancement I applied on top of it, it did not last. So I thought it would be best to trim them down and just start over again. It was a bit extreme, I'm not gonna lie. At first I was very enthusiastic about the change, up until the first week. Yeah, I don't think I will be shortening my nails anytime soon again. I am a long almond nail girly through and through. My third tip is to apply a nail strengthening polish or builder gel onto your natural nails. This will act as a shield on your natural nails. It will limit the contact with harsh chemicals and also will protect your nail plates so they can grow out underneath long and healthy. When you have very thin and weak nails, the best thing to do is to trim it down and let the nail grow out. There's no point trying to save very damaged nails because any enhancement you apply on top will almost kind of peel from the tip of your nails, so it will separate from each other because the nails are so weak that even a gel can't really set on it properly. While my nails were short, I tried out some nail strengthening polishes to see if they truly last and really does what it says it will do. Before applying the product, I prepped my nails and I dehydrated my nail plates. I wanted to provide a smooth surface for the polish to almost kind of glide over. I first tried out the hard to resist advanced nail strengthening polish. I usually look after my nails a lot, but within 2 weeks I wanted to be slightly more rough with my hands to see and test the variability. I was quite impressed with it because it lasted about 1.5 weeks without chipping and it started growing out. If you're looking for a product that is longer lasting, you might want to try out a builder gel. This could be clear or colored. If you would like to try out some builder gels, please ensure that you read the directions prior to using the product. If the products are for professional use only and you are not trained or qualified to use them, please leave it to the professionals, as some of these gels can cause some nasty reactions. If you're working with these gels, please make sure that you avoid skin contact and use a UV lamp that cures the gel properly. Skin contact and under-cured gel are two of the most common reasons for reactions. There are loads of brands that provide nail strengthening polishes or builder gels. You just need to have a look around in your area to see what is available to you and what suits you the most. Let's say you implemented these changes. You are wearing gloves every time you work with harsh chemicals, you are applying cuticle oil, hand cream or face cream onto your hands daily, and you have started applying nail strengthening polish or builder gel onto your natural nails. But for some reason, the polish is chipping or the gel is lifting and you're unsure about why. There are a few reasons for this, which brings me to my next tip. The aftercare. The first one is that the builder gel or nail varnish wasn't able to set properly. For the first 24 hours, you should avoid heat or excessive water, such as hot long showers, baths, saunas, or washing dishes for an extensive amount of time. Secondly, if your nails are already really thin, it is more likely for the gel or any enhancement to lift from the nail plate. So you will need to be a lot more careful with them and also let them grow out. So always trim it back and keep it short while the damage grows out. Another reason could be excessive water and chlorine contact with the nails. If you're on a holiday and you're spending a lot of time in a pool, the constant contact with the water and the chlorine may cause lifting. Another tip is to never use your nails as tools. I used to scrape off the label from packages with my nails, and quite often my nails would separate and break at the tip. So I definitely stopped doing that. Or opening packages with your nails. Try to use a pair of scissors to open up the package rather than your nails. The nails will appreciate you for it. One of the main reasons why I used to break my nail is that I would try to put on my shoes too quickly, and I would use two of my fingers to slide my heel into the shoes. So now I use a shoe horn to help put my shoes on quicker rather than my hands. When you are lifting something heavy or even carrying heavy bags, don't hold the bags at your fingers. Try to put all the heavy weight and pressure into the palm of your hands so they are less likely to slip. Also, when you're opening cans or drinks, make sure that you don't use your fingers or your nails to open that can. Use a spoon or your keys to safely open them so you won't break a nail. We've all done that, so no judgment here. So these are some of my tips and tricks on how I grow out my natural nails and how I maintain them. But do you have any tips and tricks that you can share? Comment down below. I would love to hear from you. If you are still here and watching, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you watching this video. If you liked it, I would love for you to subscribe and click that like button down there. And if you have any questions and you have any requests, what you would like to see next time, leave it down below as well so I can go through the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!